We put the good in the good in the good life. We put the good in the good in the good life. We put the bad in the past, now we alright. Hey, Lonnie, I got you. Yeah, and it's a feeling that
So I've started working on my front origin fender. They're the 20 or 30 mil wider, I don't remember what they are. So I kind of mocked it up. I was mocking up where my tape holes were. Me and my buddy Jay were fitting it with the door. I ended up loosening up the door. If you can see that gap there, we slid the door back, and now the door does still open and shut well, and it fits better with the fender. It's kind of hard to film and do this at the same time, but I basically marked where those bolts gotta be, but now I'm gonna have to slot this or something. I'm gonna just have to drill a big hole, a big spacer, so we can get the fitment right with the door and the hood. But we'll see. Let's go. So it's all fixed up now. I just basically ovaled out all the holes. I made them bigger, or not ovaled them out, but made them larger than they had to be, so that way I could kind of slot it and fit it. I have to get the hood on a bit later, but if you look here, the door seems pretty good. The way it lines up there, I'm fairly happy with that. So the end result is pretty good. I'm excited to see how this turns out. With that first fender being done, moving on to fender number 2, but once again, it has no holes in it. It's not prepped for installation. So I did what I did on the other side. I got these pieces of tape where I kind of marked in line where the holes are, and then I'm just going to eyeball it and make the holes bigger than they have to be. So using those tape lines, I also marked where the edge was and measured over, and that's where I drilled. So you can see, like, there's my mark. I measured to the hole which made my dot. This is my first drill hole with it's bolted on now. And I was basically just checking how closely it fits here, and that looks pretty good. Nice and tight all the way along there. So the seam looks good, and then I want to make sure that when I open the door it doesn't hit. I think we're good to go. This fender is all bolted up. It's looking pretty good. I was trying to review some of the body lines again, and I'm pretty happy with how it's turned out. It's a little trial and error just trying to get this thing together here. I mean, it's kind of a pain in the ass actually, but some of these holes you got to slot out, you drill and re-drill again, but it's not so bad. Just take your time. I'm no bodywork guy. I actually really suck ass at bodywork. I'm not an artist type person, but you take your time, work on it. It turns out pretty good, so I'm excited. 2 fenders are done, rear fenders are done. Onto the hood and body. So fenders are both on. I got the hood back on. I was just trying to check these kind of gaps here, and it's too big. I mean, I can get my finger between the gap. So right now I'm going to go through, take both fenders back off, and I'm going to re-slot the fenders so I can pull them in tighter and get better hood fitment. But fenders are just about done. Well, the car's all together. Well, at least the front end is. I still got to clean some shit up. But you can see here, I still have to figure out how I'm going to mount the side bumper to the fender. I haven't done that yet on either side of them. But fenders are completely on. I like the fender to hood fitment. That's all good. Headlights are all in, blinkers are in. I got the front mount just kind of mocked up in there. But bumper's pretty much on.
Penis.
And
Penis!
Is this kindergarten cop? Boys have a penis, girls have a vagina.
Did I win a penis game?
That is the worst game. I will never play with you. But no, so the bodywork's coming along. It's getting one step closer to paint. I got to fix the bumper because the bumper's all fucked up. It's a legit origin bumper, but it's used, cracked up. I think it came from Trace, and then Trace sold it to Rob, and I bought it from Rob. But I got to finish fixing the bumper, get it mounted, and then I got the rear origin bumper up there, and side skirts are up there, so I'll have to take those guys down. I think this week I'm going to start doing the fiberglass work to finish it all up, and the car will be looking pretty fine. I'm excited. I can't wait. And then paint.